Ahoy hoy! I'm B-Side Berto, and welcome to another episode of Elk Boulder on the Settlement Survival, a strategy city builder game by Glimmer Studio. These episodes of Elk Boulder are a series of screenshots of gameplay. Things we did last episode. Continue building housing. I put down a geese pasture, and I'm waiting for it to reach the slaughter capacity. And I had just put down a textile for linen using flax that we have. One of the first things I did in this episode is put down a fishing dock, but I do not have any planks because I do not have a sawmill still. And I'm just about to get a technology point that I could use on that sawmill, but I noticed my caravan's coming back. So as I get that technology point, I choose it on Overloader. Overloader increases the weight for the caravans, allowing me to send more stuff out. And as winter kicks in, the only thing on our timeline is a merchant ship next winter, so I'm going to be very slow building stuff and just kind of casually fixing a few things here and there. I am building farms in the second industrial area here because the standard farms I put are no longer, they're obsolete at this point. So this first one I'm putting peas. The idea is to move this little area to this area and enlarge it. Traveling merchant goes through and offers 781 coins for feathers, and I accept that. I send another trade caravan out, continuing with Rania. With the overloader technology we just got, instead of 1,000 units going out, we have 1,300. So I fill all 1,300 with coffee, I get more gears, and some food and beer. Our population is set at 150, so we get another administrator. And out of these two choices, I choose Tyler, which offers merchant ships will be mega merchant ships. I've never picked this one before, so I'm curious to see how it pans out. And during the time of the year or so waiting for this merchant ship to arrive, I'm just taking out forest, rocks, plants on the land. I'm not really building a whole lot. Our pasture did get to a capacity point, and we are now getting meat and feathers from it, which I needed because food is becoming an issue in this build so far. The only thing I actually am building is just houses. I do see immigrants on the timeline, so I'm just stockpiling houses. Most of these will be empty until the immigrants arrive. An event happens called Hunter's Meal. Out of the choices here, I pick this and end up getting 300 meat cans from it. Here we get Elk Boulder's first giant tree in the area. I click on it, and I know if I transplant it, I will get a benefit from it. And the benefit is the trees in the area grow rapidly back, so you can keep your lumber at a higher rate. And as the trade caravan returns, I start using some of the stuff we're getting from it and put in buildings. I put 25 gears in the reservoir. The gears increase the work efficiency by 10%. And another 25 gears I put in the first big well in the original town center. With the traps that we got in the hunter's hut, the traps increase the chance of getting cubs. And I sent another trade caravan out with coffee and dung for planks and some clothing. And in the first year with the pea farm, the new one, I got over 3,500 from it. With another technology point coming through, I choose mining, and I've been far behind with mining, so this is something that I've needed for a while now. And in the spot where I'm putting the mine, I noticed another big tree there. I am not going to touch this one for a while. On top is a little indicator of your bonuses, and it says these things last for 3 years, so I'm going to wait for 3 years for the first bonus to go off, and then click this one and continue it for another 3 years. That merchant ship finally arrives, and I end up just buying a bell tower out of it, and if you can see right above the menu here, I am building a chapel finally. My happiness has been down the entire time, and I've been waiting for a mosque, but it's taken so long to get that mosque, I just put a chapel down to help ease that problem. And in the wintertime, I built another farm in the industrial area of farmland, and I'm putting tomatoes in it. Because this plant has a smaller yield compared to peas, I end up putting tools in the bonus spot, which helps increase the work efficiency by 10%. The mine is finally finished, and I put it on iron ore. I will put more mines down eventually to get the coal and eventually silver. And as the immigrants are walking up, I have 8 empty houses ready for them. and when they arrive, we accept all 14 immigrants. I finally put that bell tower in the chapel as it's finally built. It's not going to cover all the homes, but I'm getting a little bit of both neighborhoods from it. The 30 planks we got back from a caravan go back into the fishing dock, and I have now 2 fishing docks, both receiving bonuses. I sent another trade caravan out, and just for coal, just to have a stockpile of coal. I expanded a few storage yards, especially this one since it's close to the sand pit and the reservoir. It's constantly getting filled up with mostly just a handful of items. What I'm going to be working on in the next few episodes is essentially moving some of these smaller farms in the original area to this new farmland in the industrial farm area, and then reconfiguring the area over there for more orchards, for coffee, and then hopefully dates in the near future. And that's where we're going to pause this episode of Elk Boulder. We'll take a quick look around and see what happened. And again, on the timeline, the whole next year is pretty much blank with one merchant ship arriving. So it's going to be another year of slow building next episode. What little I did build was mostly in the second city area, my little industrial area. I have 2 farms up and running, with tomatoes being the recent one. I do finally have a mine, and it's collecting iron ore at the moment. And I am receiving a bonus of the jade from its placement, and 1 jade has already come through. Next episode, I should be getting the sawmill. I'm about to hit a technology point, so that'll be the first thing I do probably. I would like to get a Palace of Justice, but I need planks for it, so I need that sawmill for this technology point. And I also have to consider getting insurance at some point. I'm reaching the halfway point of the first reputation tier. It's going really slow right now, but it is going. And once I get that first reputation, I can get dates. And then the second tier, hopefully I get my mosques. With the bell tower added to the chapel, the range of happiness is expanded, so hopefully I can get more houses. And hopefully next episode, my happiness can be more than just 50%. Thanks for watching episode 5 of Elk Boulder. Stay tuned for next episode where we finally will get a sawmill and hopefully an apiary too. Take care and have a good one.